All right, here's one we weren't crazy about it last year.
Yeah.
Not at all. But there was mention that it had changed and the setup had changed. There were some improvements this year, so we thought we'd give it another try. This is Lombard Haunted House, obviously out in Lombard. What did you think of it this time, Laura?
I liked it. I know last year, we've been going to Lombard for the last few years, and it's always been pretty good, but last year we were disappointed. It had a maze. It just went on, and in fact, I know Brian got lost. I found my way, but he got lost.
I was so lost. I was so lost. I couldn't. I wanted to leave. I couldn't even find the exit to leave. I was so lost.
So yeah, so that wasn't real enjoyable. But now this year it's different. Different owners, different people running it. So we wanted to check it out, and we're very glad that we did, because I thought it was much improved. Everything, I mean, from the wait entertainment in the waiting area all the way through the haunt, it was pretty good. I mean, we enjoyed it. This year, I mean, I think what did we give it last year? It was like a 2.
It wasn't very good. Maybe a 2.
Yeah, but this year I'm going to give it 3.5. Much improved. I know it was their first year over here in that area, so I look forward to more. I do recommend it. I mean, I say if you're out there, check it out. It's well worth going through. But I look forward to next year and from in the future, because I know it's the first time they're doing this, and I know it's going to get better and better too. So 3.5 for me, 3.5 chainsaws.
Yeah, I'm happy to say that Lombard Haunted House has definitely improved from last year. Last year I was ready to write it off completely. I was not happy at all with it. Like I said, it's probably the only haunted house that I can think of that I was ready to turn my cell phone on so that somebody would tell me leave, because I had no idea where I was at. No clue at all. For a long period of time. I was by myself. It was not fun. But anyway, went back. They promised some changes, and there were changes. First of all, it's darker. It's got a darker tone to it, especially in the waiting room. Nice waiting room setup, and the wait entertainment actors were great. There was this really tall guy with no face who latched onto Laura.
Yeah,
he really seemed to like her quite a bit.
Yes,
he was her new friend. He didn't say much. He didn't say anything, but he was pretty effectively creepy. There was this crazy looking clown kind of guy, little guy in like this black jacket. He was cool too. He was Laura's friend as well. And mine too. He was there quite a bit. There were 13 scenes inside. In between there were some dark hallways. Happy to say, although we're not crazy about dark corridors, they weren't too long, and you could usually see a light towards the end, or at least if you rounded the corner.
Right,
so at least you knew where you were going. That's a definite improvement. The rooms were creative. This was sort of a nursery rhyme theme. The first room was Mary Had a Little Lamb, and they had this little kid in a lamb outfit with a whip, okay? And Mary was there too, like, she was talking about Mary doing the nursery rhyme. But the funny thing is, this little kid with a whip, dressed as a lamb. You don't see that too often. In fact, I don't recall ever having seen it. So that's an extra point right there, just that little kid with the whip. There was other creative scenes. There was a girl on a swing in front of a giant clock singing some sort of nursery rhyme. There was a giant pumpkin room with a jack-o'-lantern in the middle of it, and several other a creepy like playground scene and various other things. Girls on a I don't know what you call it, merry-go-round thing, and some creepy girls and talking to you and things like that. One thing I'll say is some of the actor performances tended to be somewhat samey. They would say things like, "Do you want to stay and play with us?" in almost every room, and that gets a little repetitive. If the actors could vary their performances a little bit more and try to give each scene sort of a unique feel, that would improve it. But overall, much improved from last year, and I'm going to go with 3.5 as well.